Hey everyone, it's Ashley Law. And today we're gonna make a video about how games are literally costing $100 now. I'm 23, so I feel like I'm one of the new adults. And when I was younger, I remember going into GameStop and being like, "Oh mom, dad, can you buy me a game?" I probably hit them with that same exact line until I hit like 17. Games come out all the time, so it's like when you drop $60 for a game, here go the next one. So now we're entering this era. Switch 2 just got announced, the price got announced, the day that you could purchase it, pre-orders, all that stuff. And they're talking about $80 for Mario Kart digital and $90 for Mario Kart physical. And I was like, wow, we are really in a society right now where a Mario Kart game costs $90. What the hell? Listen. I try to think about this in a valid way. A few years ago, we were literally paying $60 for a bull, like $60 for some JPEGs. The graphics look like controls are wonky, controls are clunky, our consoles are crashing, and we still paid $300 for a console, $60 for a game. But I guess to see it cost so much, especially for a Mario Kart game, is kind of like, wow. I just never thought that I would see the day that games would cost $100. On top of that, you gonna start this trend when I just became an adult. Like when I just had to reach this point in my life where I have to fund all this stuff. Are you serious? Are you like dead ass? I understand that the cost of games was rising by the year. Okay, $70. Okay, I'm like, I get it, right? And when you're releasing a gold edition or whatever edition for a game, I understand dropping $100 for that. I know a lot of people that dropped $100 for Sparking Zero. Everyone's gonna be dropping $100 for GTA 6. But it's like, if Nintendo, like this is a company that doesn't really stress the importance of realism. There's no need for Nintendo games to cost $90, damn near $100, especially for Mario Kart. I was not expecting that. So I'm gonna take away from the hype. I think Switch 2 does have some cool things going on. They're talking about making a FromSoft exclusive Switch game. I remember when, let me go show you. But I've been playing my Switch 1 and I remember getting hate comments. I, for some reason, got Dark Souls. Right? Dark Souls on the Switch makes no sense. I was like, let me just try it out. And I'm so dead because I remember the amount of people were like, you're playing a Dark Souls game on Switch? Are you crazy? And obviously you are crazy because when you're playing like a FromSoft game, you kind of do need those frames. To be playing at 30 frames and dodging and stuff, it is kind of increased difficulty. So to see people like give all this hype to this FromSoft game that's gonna come out and oh, we get to play Elden Ring on Switch. It's like when Dark Souls was released on Switch, everybody was crapping on it. This is such a tangent, but we just live in a content creator society where if your favorite content creator says it, it must be true. You don't think that they're getting paid to do this? You don't think that they're getting paid for the hype? You don't think that they're looking out for a Nintendo sponsorship? Like, please don't be trusting that, bro. If anything, trust the people that got like 100 subs. Once you start to get the people with like millions of subscribers, they literally are working with Nintendo. Stop trusting that. I just know, I hate to get like all political and just talk about the financial, political, economic state of the world like Jaden Smith said, but he was honestly onto something because those things affect our day of life. And with video games, it's really no exception. I mean, I guess everyone noticed that inflation is happening in America, but for games to just reach this absurd price now, it's like, what? On top of the tariffs that are being imposed on international goods. I was really thinking about this before an article came out. If video games are made in China or they're made in Japan, then when they're selling it to us, these already $100 games get to us, it's gonna be like $120, $130. Oh my gosh, you really have to pick and choose what game that you're going to want to buy because all these games are so expensive. For what though? I thought that Clash of Clans and Fortnite kind of set the baseline for games. You don't need to charge this absurd amount of price. You just need to add microtransactions. People love to customize their stuff. If you were charging me $70 for a game and then you had microtransactions, like okay, or $50, like can we be reasonable? But you still make money? Why does it have to be $100 for a game? But at the same time, I'm trying to understand it from both perspectives. If inflation is hitting and these game developers are not really getting the support that they need financially through the gaming industry, they're gonna have to pick up second and third jobs. And to be a game dev, you're already kind of forking over like 15-hour days sometimes. So I'm trying to understand both sides, but it's just really hard to not complain as a consumer about our changing economy. I honestly feel like my grandparents, because my grandma, she'll literally sit there and be like, I'm not paying $2 for a donut. And I'm like, Grandma, it's only $2. You can pay $2 for a donut. And she's like, well, back in my day, it was literally 60 cents. If a donut cost 60 cents when I was growing up and all of a sudden it was $2, yeah, I'm not buying that. In the same way, back in my day, the full price of a game was $50. Bro, I've only been an adult for, well, technically it's been 6 years. Wait, 7? Wait, what's 8 plus 7? I've only been an adult for 5 years. Wait, now me pulling out the calculator. I've only been an adult for 5 years, okay? I just can't believe that over the course of a decade, the prices would increase by $50. Like, oh my gosh. I get it. We went through a whole pandemic and that shifted our country. During the pandemic, we were chilling. And then the following 2 years after the pandemic, so like 2022 and 2023, everything was floating by. In the middle of 2023, probably like the third quarter, everything just started going to shit. Dude, what's going on? Why is everything becoming so expensive? Even before inflation hit, there was just this trend of greed back at the end of 2023 where they would make the cost of things higher because they knew that people would still buy it regardless. And that wasn't just big corporations, it was mom and pop shops too. It was just everyone kind of being really dirty about the money situation, because I feel like the pandemic exposed that there are so many ways to make money now. Of course, Nintendo knows. Everybody has been complaining and moaning about a new Switch. It's been almost 10 years since the initial launch of the Switch 1. Everyone's waiting on this. Everyone loves this. We can charge them an arm and a leg. Now, part of me does get it. Apparently, according to Google, it costs around $22 to make a cartridge, $250 to make the Switch. I don't even know how the production is tallied up like that, but it's hard to really make your money back, I guess, when the profit margin isn't really that big. It's just a sad thing. Like, I just want to vent about it. I want to talk about it. If Nintendo is setting a precedent for $90 Mario Kart games, I can only imagine what's going to happen with other games. Like, I don't know if Rockstar actually released an official price for GTA 6, but if they have any say in tweaking the price, I think like base game could be like $90, $100, and then all the gold versions or whatever version that they're gonna release, it could like literally touch $200. And then 2K, that could be the same thing. 2K just had a copy that was $120, like the gold version. At this point, I'm gonna have to just start selling feet pics. I'm gonna just have to forfeit my student loans, and they're gonna, like, the credit card debt company, they're gonna just have to see me. Bro, you're not seeing that money back, bro. You're not seeing it back. I have games to buy. If you buy 10 games in 1 month, you're Jeff Bezos, period. Having a video game spread is honestly more than having a money spread. At this point, F your Balenciaga jean collection, I got these Nintendo Switch games. I just can't believe this. I can't believe this. If Capcom releases Resident Evil 9 and the playtime is 5 hours and the game is still $90, you know what? I'm gonna just destroy my PC. I'm gonna destroy my PC. I'm gonna pick up a book and I'm gonna remove myself from the video game hobby because this is just too much for me. Maybe it's conversations of a brokey, but I can't take it anymore. Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed my rant. I mean, I just can't believe that this is like real life, but that's okay. I mean, honestly, all that means is that we're gonna have to hustle harder. Life has always been survival of the fittest, and the thing is, it's like we're trying to ask ourselves how we're going to make it out so that we don't end up at the bottom. Work hard. Well, you can't change the system overnight, but you can try to work your hardest, get out of it, and then make changes at the top. Like, I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I'm not Sway. I do know that we're just kind of headed in a really bad direction right now. We have to buckle up for a couple years, especially if you're an American, and just kind of accept things as they come because it's out of your control. Buy that $90 Mario Kart. I mean, just from the gameplay, from what you can do, it seems like Mario Kart 9 is going to be really fun. At the end of the day, I'm not buying Switch 2 on release because I don't got the funds for that. I don't got the funds for, I get it. Mario Kart is going to be $50 if you buy the Mario Kart 9 bundle. But I don't got the funds for a Switch 2, especially when my Switch 1 is perfectly fine. I'm going to have to milk this until it dies. I don't know. Guys, how do you feel about the fact that the prices of games are increasing like this, especially if you're a new adult? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I mean, it's a really rough day to be a gamer. It's a really rough time to be anybody, honestly. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Remember to check me out on twitch.tv/AshleyLOL, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye! The moment I say